Impulsiv.
So, meine Lieben, und schon wieder habe ich einen Gast hier auf dem eLive in Holland und einen seltenen Gast in meinen Augen, nicht so häufig anzutreffen, kommt aus dem hohen Norden, Johan Tronestam. Hi, Johan.
Hello.
Where do you come from right now?
I come from the Åland Island. It's a place where it's between Sweden and Finland, or in the Baltic Sea and island.
You are very busy in the last years, and I saw you have different kind of music that you offer at this time. Let's talk about that. What was going on your studio and your works?
Yeah, I have released a CD in June. That's called Cosmic Drama. It's a space-related album. Feels like maybe it's a follower of an earlier album called Space Collection. So I was very pleased with this album, and and it was released at Groove Unlimited also. Yeah.
Tell us something about what your music is generally, what kind of, and what you preferring to take, which technique and which kind of electronic style is your favorite for your own?
Actually, when I compose music, I use both software synthesizer and hardware. I can never leave the hardware garden because that's the part of my music composing.
And your kind of music, your own stylistic, which will declare, what would you say is your kind of electronic style that you make?
I always feel like I have one leg in the Berlin school, and I don't want to lose that also, but many people say that the other part is very, very my own. So they say that they always heard when I have made music, they directly know that that's Johan, they say. So I think I'm very much into sequencer, but I also want to make very nice solos in my music.
So may we have a look on your CD. May you can show it in so that we have it's a lightly okay. Oh, it's very dark. Yeah. Hopefully the music is not so dark like the cover it is.
It's actually a composer on the CD.
Okay, Leute, ist ein bisschen schwer zu sehen. Ich guck mal, ob wir noch ein Coverbild so einfangen können. What was the inspiration for that?
Because often when I thinking about space, things that are related about astronomy and things like that, for me it's often described as dramas are happening up there. Every time we hear about new things to learn about, it's very, very mind-blowing things. For me it becomes dramas. So I think it comes from there.
And would you say that your basics, you live in the northern part of Europe, is it kind of different to the Central Europe artists, that you have a little more darkness or a little bit more emotion about the time where you have not so much light? Is it influence your music?
Well, if you talk about the influence artists that you can find up in Scandinavia, for example, I am very much like, and he's dead now, he was called Bo Hansson, for example. That's one of my favorites. And Ralph Lundsten, very nice composer also. And then I'm also very attracted to this progressive music. Because I feel like I have actually, before I started with electronic music, I played in a rock band and with some kind of influences of progressive music. Maybe it comes from there also, this type of electronic music that I make.
So I've heard it oftentimes that musicians who are involved in electronic style have a past in his music where they made metal or rock stuff, and not so much people are told about they made pop music or something like that. Why did you think is the way from those rock music parts from bands where some played is not so far away to electronic music then?
No, I feel like especially this progressive rock music are not so far away from the electronic music. It's some kind of experimental stadium you go into, and you have some kind of liberty. In the pop music, for example, it's very built up on patterns and things like that. Yeah.
So, what's our next plans? Is it possible that we can see you may in a venue here in Central Europe to where you will play live, for example?
Well, I got the question,
Okay.
and I said that I'm trying to build up a new type of track list that I can perform with.
Okay.
So I'm working on it.
So the chances are good, or the chances are good that we can see you maybe in the next months, maybe
Maybe next year.
next year. Okay, cool. So the other CD we have a look on this is the Planet X where you spoke from.
Yeah. Planet X is an old album.
Yeah.
It actually became an album in 2010, but I was never really pleased with it.
Okay.
So I remastered it and put 3 bonus tracks on it. And now it's also released at Groove Unlimited.
So it means that you are now satisfied with all the CD.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, Johan, many thanks to come over. It was a pleasure to speak to you and wish you good luck for the CDs. And I'm sure we will see you next year, maybe hier in. Und ja, Leute, das war Johan Tronestam aus dem hohen Norden. Dankeschön, vielen Dank. Thank you.